Welcome back to the deep dive. We are jumping right into one of those really persistent questions for any business, really. How do you get your big news out there effectively? We're doing a deep dive into your sources, all about press release distribution, that crucial link between what you're announcing and the media world. Our mission today, it's pretty sharp. Help you navigate that core decision. When should you shell out for paid distribution, and when can you, well, realistically get by with free?
And the stakes here are huge. Your sources make that clear right away. Distribution isn't just, shouting into the void. It's a strategic process. It's about getting newsworthy stuff to the right people, journalists, analysts, customers, industry movers and shakers. Think about the difference it makes. A release done right. It gets you real coverage, drives interest, builds authority. But one that's poorly handled maybe lands in spam or some dead corner online. That's just wasted effort. Worse, it can even hurt your brand's reputation, make you look like noise.
Okay, let's unpack that. We need to set some realistic expectations here. Because the main challenge, and it's a big one, is that journalists are absolutely swamped. Hundreds, maybe thousands of pitches every single day. So how you send your news becomes incredibly critical.
Exactly. And the channels are way more complex now. It's not just sending out a paper copy anymore. We're talking integrated systems, wire services, journalist networks, online platforms, news aggregators syndicating content everywhere, plus social media amplification. It's a whole ecosystem.
Right. Let's start where, frankly, most people with tight budgets start. The free services, the zero-cost entry point. Platforms like PR.com, PR.log, OpenPR. The appeal is obvious, right? Accessibility. You can get something published fast.
Yes, sometimes within minutes. It's tempting, lets you dip your toes in.
But that accessibility comes at a cost, doesn't it?
A big one.
Yeah.
Limited reach. Your sources are really clear on this. Free distribution pretty much stays within the platform's own little network. You're not hitting the Associated Press feed. You're not reaching that specific tech reporter you need.
So it sounds like it's inherently passive. You just put it on their site and hope someone important stumbles across it.
That's basically it. It's the classic spray and pray approach. You send it out wide, but without any real targeting or guarantee it reaches anyone specific.
Okay, but let's be fair. There must be some good reasons to use them. They can't be totally useless.
Oh, absolutely not. The biggest pro is, well, it's free. Zero financial risk. That's huge for small outfits wanting to test messaging, maybe try out different formats, practice writing a release without spending cash.
And for local stuff, right? Like community events, a small shop opening, that seems like a good fit.
Perfect for that. Minor operational updates, too. And there's a hidden benefit your sources mention. Building a basic digital footprint, get indexed by search engines. Even if no journalist sees it, having your announcement on another website gives you a little SEO juice, a backlink, even if it's low tier.
So basic SEO and local visibility. Got it. Now, the downsides. Why don't these work for really big news?
Okay, several reasons. First, journalist credibility. It's low. Many journalists just filter out releases from these free wires. They see them as potential spam because, well, anyone can publish almost anything. There's no vetting.
So if they're filtering, my news doesn't even land in their inbox.
Often, no. Then there's minimal customization. And the big one, basically zero sophisticated targeting. You can't say, I need this to go to tech reporters in California. It just goes out generally. You're lost in the crowd on a busy platform.
That lack of credibility and targeting, that really pushes us towards the paid options, doesn't it?
It really does. When you go paid, you're essentially buying three core things: serious access, instant credibility, and just vastly wider reach.
And the names here are the big players: PR, Newswire, Business Wire, Market Wired. We're talking subscriptions or per release fees. And this is where costs jump, maybe starting around $100 for something very basic, but easily $500, sometimes thousands for wider reach.
Right. And what you're paying for is their established infrastructure. Your release doesn't just sit passively on one site. It's actively pushed into high-value channels. Guaranteed distribution.
Can you give some examples? Where does that money actually send the announcement?
Sure. It goes directly into feeds used by major news wires. Think Reuters, Associated Press. It hits Bloomberg terminals, which is critical for financial news. It gets integrated into specialized financial databases, investor platforms. If you're public or looking for funding, this is how you reach the market directly.
Okay, that's significant reach. But you mentioned credibility. Why does a journalist trust something from Business Wire more than, say, PR.log?
Yeah.
What's the magic there?
Well, it's not magic, it's process.
Yeah.
The paid services act as a crucial filter. When a reporter gets a feed from Business Wire, they know it's gone through editorial checks. The service has likely verified the company, made sure the release looks like actual news, not just marketing fluff. It saves the journalist time and reduces their risk of reporting on something bogus. You're basically borrowing the distributor's reputation.
That makes sense. They're vouching for it, in a way.
Exactly. It enhances your brand standing almost immediately just by association.
Okay, but let's talk cost again, honestly. If a startup's got maybe a $5,000 marketing budget for the year, how can they justify spending $1,000 on just one release? Isn't that just out of reach?
For routine stuff, yes, absolutely prohibitive. The paid route really only makes strategic sense for news that is genuinely market-moving or critical. You invest big because the potential cost of the right people not seeing it is far greater than the fee for the service.
Ah, okay. So it's like insurance for a message that absolutely has to land. What other advantages come with that investment besides the credibility and reach?
Well, you get much better SEO benefits. Those backlinks from major reputable news sites carry serious weight. They significantly boost your own website's authority. Plus, multimedia integration is standard. You can embed photos, videos, infographics right into the Wire feed. That dramatically increases engagement.
Right, visuals always help.
But the real game changer, I think, is the precision targeting. Paid services give you tools to slice and dice your distribution by geography, state, city, international region, by industry, healthcare, tech, finance, and crucially, by journalist beat. You can target reporters who only cover your specific niche.
So you're not just hoping the right person sees it, you're actively sending it to them.
Precisely. It bypasses the general noise.
Okay, that brings us neatly to what seems like the biggest difference. The targeting capabilities and, crucially, the data you get back.
Yeah.
You called free services flying blind. Paid sounds like the opposite.
It completely flips the script. Free is passive hope. Paid is active control. With free, you hit send, and that's it. You cross your fingers. Paid platforms let you meticulously map your outreach, launching a new medical device, target healthcare reporters, specific medical journals, maybe even geographic areas with major hospital systems.
And this is where it gets really interesting for measuring success, right? With free, you said you get maybe a basic view count, if that.
Yeah, best case is basic views, maybe some clicks if you include a link. But you have no idea who those viewers were. Was it a competitor, a bot, a potential customer, a key journalist? Zero insight.
Okay, contrast that with paid. What do they offer?
Paid services turn that release into a strategic asset, a data goldmine, really. You get detailed, often real-time analytics, impressions, clicks, engagement metrics like time spent reading, geographic breakdowns of where views came from, and importantly, referral source data.
Referral source data, meaning?
Meaning you can see which specific websites picked up your story, which news outlets, which blogs, which aggregators. That's huge for understanding your actual media footprint.
Wow. And your sources mentioned PRWeb's dashboard as an example. They can even track journalist engagement.
Yes, some of the premium tiers offer that. They can track opens and clicks from verified media credentials. So you might actually know if that reporter from TechCrunch you targeted opened your release.
That's incredible insight.
It really is. And connecting this back to the bigger picture, this is how you justify that $500 or $1,000 cost. These deep analytics let you calculate actual ROI. You can see what messaging resonated, which headlines got clicks. For a startup, that data is invaluable for refining future communications. It tells you which niche outlets picked you up, saving you research time later.
So the ROI isn't just traffic numbers, it's actual intelligence for your ongoing strategy.
Exactly right. It's the difference between just knowing your release is out there somewhere versus understanding its tangible impact.
Okay, makes total sense. So decision time. How does someone choose? It clearly hinges on the specific goal and, let's be real, the budget, matching the tool to the task.
Precisely. Let's break down the use cases. Free options are genuinely best for, say, testing messages, maybe announcing very minor operational shifts, local community things, or just building that baseline SEO presence, keeping a digital archive. You're not really expecting major media pickup.
But paid becomes non-negotiable when?
When the news matters significantly to the market. Launching your main product. Announcing that big funding round. A major acquisition. Critical regulatory updates. You need the guaranteed visibility and credibility of a paid network.
And also for that specific targeting, right?
Yeah.
If you absolutely have to reach, say, the top 3 trade journals in your industry.
Correct. Free services just can't guarantee that kind of pinpoint access. Paid is also essential if you require detailed analytics to prove ROI or guide future strategy.
All right, for listeners thinking about specific platforms now, let's run through some names your sources highlighted. on the free side.
You've got the common ones like PR.com and PRlog, very accessible starting points. OpenPR is interesting, as you noted, because it does offer some multi-language and international options, which is rare for free. 24/7 Press Release also has a basic free tier.
And on the paid side, the big guns.
Yeah, the premium standards are still PR Newswire and Business Wire, gold standard stuff. But expect costs starting in the high hundreds, easily scaling to thousands for global reach or complex targeting.
But there's that middle ground, too, which is crucial for smaller businesses.
Definitely. E-releases often comes up. They kind of act like a wholesaler, buying access to the premium wires like PR Newswire in bulk and offering distribution packages often focused on journalist targeting at a lower price point, maybe starting around $299, which is more manageable.
Okay, so you get some of that premium network effect without the huge direct cost. What about PR Web?
PR Web. They're owned by Cision, a big media intelligence company. They're really known for their tiered pricing. You can get started for maybe $99, which gives you good online visibility, SEO benefits, basic analytics. Then tiers go up to around $389 or so for wider distribution.
What's the trade-off with PR Web compared to, say, Business Wire Direct?
Generally, it's the level of guaranteed syndication to the absolute top-tier media outlets. PR Web is excellent for broad online visibility, getting indexed, reaching bloggers and online news sites, and getting those analytics. But for guaranteed placement on something like the AP Wire feed, you typically need the more premium Business Wire or PR Newswire packages.
Okay, so maybe a small tech company uses PR Web's $200 package for a feature update just to get it online and see clicks, but uses e-releases for their seed funding announcement to hit journalist lists, and saves the full PR Newswire budget for a massive series around.
That's exactly the kind of strategic thinking required. You match the tool, the cost, and the features to the impact level of the announcement. It's about smart investment in reputation and data when it counts most.
So for you listening, making that final call comes down to asking some key questions. What are your hard budget limits? How much time can you actually invest? Remember, free takes more manual follow-up. And critically, where does your target audience, the people you need to reach, actually get their news?
And maybe here's a final thought, something to consider. Instead of seeing this as strictly either free versus paid, how could you blend them? Could you strategically use free services for your routine updates, just for SEO and archiving, while saving the paid investment only for those truly high-stakes announcements? Could that integration actually make a limited budget work harder?
That idea of integration. Yeah, that could change the whole approach. Definitely something to think about. Until next time, keep refining that outreach.